So also the full moon, which was on 8/11, August 11th, and don't forget there was a full moon on 11/8. So both equal 88. 8 times 11, 11 times 8, 88. So the one in August, which was the day before or the eve of Sirius the Dog Star rising, along with the double midpoints of August 12th, it's 148 days to this potential rising date of this wolf full moon. And if you include both dates, then it's 148 days. Once again, we've been over this already. We do have a playlist going on this. So, but yes, 148 days if you include both dates from the Sirius rising, double midpoints of 2 total lunars, 2 total solars. So we've got 4 videos in the playlist. And I want you to look at Sicario, released May 19th, 2015 at Cannes, and then September 18th, 2015, USA release date, 121 in the minutes, of course. The song The Beast, made famous, and 121 minutes is 121 is Antichrist in simple gematria. So we look at Sicario, we run these 2 dates. Well, the USA release date, including both dates, is 2666 on January 4th. If you run it to the rising date, you get 2668, you get the 68 right there. And the 68th, 68 is the reversal of 86. So 2666, and then on the rising day, it's a 68 because it's a reversal of the 86, which took place 2 days previous. Also in the minutes, 383. Murder code is 38 or 83. It's 380 on the weeks, also with 6 days. So 386 is coded, 86ing, 38 fused, which the number 9 is also. Don't forget 64386. 9 times God. Oh man, it's fascinating, isn't it? Then you get to the Cannes release date, 2788 on the offing day. 7717, 7 years, 7 months, 17 days. 9117. So you got 911 and 117 coded, all on the 4th from Sicario. We'll take a look later on at Day of the Soldado. And if we remember, we'll do that now. So it's 122 in the minutes, which is 1 extra minute. Fascinating. And that is January 22nd coded for Year of the Rabbit. That's New Year's Day. Let's run the numbers or the days real quick. So where the first Sicario to the 4th at its premiere was 2666. Well, now you got your premiere for the sequel, and it's 1668. So you got 68 for the reversing of the 86. That is just, it's just mind-blowing. The other is June 29th. And then you run it to the rising day, and you get your 468. 468, which is the reversal of 86. In the minutes, it's 237888. I tell you what, man, I've never seen, I mean, nonstop, we've run into days that throw us all kind of amazing things, but this one just seems different. And I think because the way it's 2 days before a full moon, which has always been one of our biggest ciphers for the event, because Dark Knight Rises 2 days apart, July 18th to July 20th. Dark Knight Rises. Yes, they were 4 years apart, but 2 days apart on a calendar. So he rose on the third day. And so we always looked at 2 days before a full moon for an event. And this is the Wolf full moon, but it's on January 6th. So it's just, and I'm the boy who cried wolf. Because, yeah, I'm always telling you this is the day. So Vesper Lind, what is, oh no, this is in the movie. My bad. So in the movie, Casino Royale, it's all about Adam and Eve. Because Eva Green, her birthday is July 6th. At least that's what they tell us. And Eva Green, Eve. Eva, we've done this before. Eva is another name for Eve.
According to Wikipedia, Eva is a female given name, the Latinate counterpart of English Eve, derived from a Hebrew name meaning life or living one. It can also mean full of life or mother of life.
Eva is a female name given. It is the Latin counterpart to the English Eve. So she is Eve Green. And her birthday is 7/6, same as mine. 7/6 is Adam in Strong's Concordance, New Testament. And don't forget Adam West, the first Batman. And don't forget Black Adam was a movie that just came out. So this is heavy, and she dies at the end, and it breaks his heart. And this is heavy. Satan lamenting over Eve, Garden of Eden, at her death, whenever she would have died, because she's human and her life was gone and she received death. She was a sheep, though. Don't ever worry about Adam and Eve not being sheep. Of course they are. And so was their son Abel, and the whole Mystery Babylonian world is all about Cain. So you start getting into this. Well, the big thing they flash in the movie is this ellipsis, which took place on July 6, 2006, was this text message. And I'll show you all this. I got it all prepped. So I wanted to start running these dates, and the ellipsis to the opening of the book of Revelation would be 16 years, 6 months, or 166, WON 66. And the book of Revelation is the 66th book in the Bible. 144 in the hours, 868 right there. You got 86 in the reversing of it in the minutes, 861 in the weeks, 861 weeks, 1 day. And look at the months, 198. What's the 98th verse of Revelation? The 98th verse of Revelation is the white horse Bible verse. 97 and 98 are your two verses that open the book of Revelation. So we've definitely tripped on to a cipher, whether we've got the correct day or not. And with this math or fuzzy math or whatever you want to call it, it's really hitting on all 10 cylinders. 2006 to 2022. Oh, yeah, that's God, I can't do math. I got brain fog so bad. 16 years apart, so it's oh, good grief, it says it right there. Yeah, I got brain fog bad down. It says 16 years, 6 months. So it's to the day, because it's July 6th to January 6th, which is half a year apart. It's 16 years, 6 months. Right on it. We've already been over that, so I'm sorry. My brain is whacked out. And if you want to get into, and I do, our videos where we show you, so we've got white horse symbolism, which is, so we've got rider on the white horse with female goddess symbolism. Ugh. So we got the goddess, but yeah, riding the white horse. On the white horse, what do you think? Interesting. Yeah, I think we get it. So that's from the movie Casino Royale. white horse symbolism. And then now this is
right before it cut to
a video I made. Now 222 is Eve coding from the Bible verse. That's one thing I didn't get from anybody. That's something I came up with, or the Holy Spirit gave me. So because I've seen people talk about 222, but they never explain it as Eve. It's Genesis 2:22. Also, remember the TV show with Karen Valentine, Room 222. And but Genesis 2:22 is the rib taken from Adam in Gainesville, Florida, where they got the Devil's Advocate. They have a place called Adam's Ribs. Yeah, I know. Isn't it something? You notice it's WON, WON, 9122. And when I met Candy, remember Trump's Candy Man, I'm Candy Man. 9122 was the year we met. I need to look at some other stuff on that. I have to get back to that later for sure.
at least I'm visiting it again. But what?
So there's your 9:12 p.m. But there's July 6th again. July 6th, 2006, and that's the date we ran. And it's also the actress's birthday. And it's also my birthday. But it's Adam in Strong's Concordance 7:6. You could say 766 with all of it, which is the book of Revelation and the Black Adam, because he's the Antichrist and he is the Black Adam. As we've shown you before, the Bible verse where it talks about Jesus being of Adam. This lady was also in a TV show called Penny Dreadful.
It's just a coincidence that
it was a series.
I'm the one.
Every penny of it. And of course, Eva Green did Penny Dreadful. Eva Green in Penny Dreadful. Very deep, dark, satanic. Eva Green, Penny Dreadful. Very deep, very dark, satanic. Lots of channeling demons, demonic spirits. I mean, look at all this stuff. And there's always the potential for MTF going on with these situations. You just never know. But that's what that was about. When he said every penny of it, he was referring to her TV show as Eve being with the demonic spirits, which is what took place, what she was listening to when she, I mean, look at that arm on what, nails? I mean, this is what that TV show was. It was some nasty. I never watched it, but I watched a clip. Holy cow. It's just vampires and demons and demonically infused individuals. I would tell you, you know, I'm never looking for any clues in really heavy. Everything is their world, but you don't want to get involved. I never want to get involved in watching stuff like this. So, you know, but I wanted to give you an idea of how everything is so deeply entwined and heavily coded. So when you see me say something or do something and you say like, Well, that's a reach. No, it's not. Everything these people do, nothing's a reach as long as you're
Of
within
course, the
certain
Antichrist's
guidelines.
job is to silence the lambs or the sheep. Skewered.
How was your lamb?
Skewered.
How was your lamb? How was your lamb?
Whoops.
Skewered.
So skewered the lambs. That's the job of the Antichrist, isn't it? 007, Seventh King of Mystery Babylon is the Antichrist.
Skewered. Too quick.
Sympathizers. Sympathizers. Sympathizers.
So after he says skewered, after he skewered the lambs or killed the lambs, he says one sympathizes with sarcasm. Does that have anything to do with the movie? Of course not. This is what they do. This is their world. Do we have comments? We do got comments. We need to get to that. Awesome. Love it. All right. So that's it from the videos. 5 and the 7th letter towers. I thought the frequencies could be set to a kill setting. Absolutely. If that is true, then 19M, a day of absolute doable. I don't follow exactly what you're saying, but I'm glad you're here. It's the first time we heard from you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for your comment. I am a little slow, so sometimes I'm 61. Sometimes you guys just got to spell stuff out for me. So over it, I want to push your channel if you have any videos or doesn't look like it. So thank you for being here. Let's go ahead and get on with some quick items that I came across today. Tom Brady, the 45th, excuse me, the 45-year-old, as Trump is Mr. 45. They went 8-8 to get us ready for the potential Wednesday, Friday, 3 days of the spectacular now. Wow. I don't know why it's spectacular. Well, the Spectacular Now movie Wikipedia. Let me run those dates real quick because it popped in my head for no reason. That would be why. Its release, its worldwide or United States release is August 2nd, which is, when I sat her down and asked for the divorce. August 2nd, 2013. You run August 2nd, 2013 to the rising day, 3444. 444 coded. Remember, 37 goes into 111, 222, 333, 660, all the way to 999, right? And 37 is the 12th prime number. 12th is the number for the church. Well, when you times it by 12, which is 144 coded, 444 is another way to say the church. So it's very, through prime numbers. So it's very fitting that if the book of Revelation is opened on the wolf full moon, on Frigg Day, the goddess day, it's 3444 days from the Spectacular Now. Let's go to January 18th, 2013. 9/11/19. So it's 9/1/119. 119 months and 19 days. That movie popped in my head for no reason whatsoever. It made a whopping $6 million. Like, it's not even famous. There's nobody famous in the movie. And if y'all remember when it popped in my head and I said it, I said spectacular wow. Like I didn't even remember the proper name of the movie, which is not even a very popular movie. The Spectacular Now, IMDb. It's rated 7.1. Miles Teller, that's the guy from Top Gun Maverick. Now that I look at his face. But this is back when he was a kid. I'm I might want to watch that movie if nothing goes down. I got time to watch it. Interesting. 1714206 in the URL. The Spectacular Now. Okay. So it's the title that really sticks out at you. And what would be spectacular now for them is beginning what they want to begin. What God has, of course, put it in their hearts to begin. Opening the book of Revelation, 9:11, 19, 9:11, and 119 heavily coded. And in the months, 119 months and 19 days, the opening of the book of Revelation. If you go to the offing day, it's 9/11, 17, 9/11/17. So you've got deadly wound 11/17 fused with 9/11. And it's got the 638 in the days. January 18, 2013. Do we have that right? Because this January 18, 2013. That's I've never seen that. I've never seen 9/11 fused with 11/17 before, with the 638, which is Eve coding, and the license tag Earl died over. This is just mind-blowing, y'all. Can't even believe all this. And, nothing happens, great. But, Jennifer Jason Leigh is another name I've heard of that's in the movie. The Spectacular Now. Wow. Don't worry, we're going to get to this Bucks game. Valentine's, Candy and I's combined number, the first two digits are 45. Valentine's Day is on day 45. And Valentine's is all over iPet Goat, the heart symbolism. And the opening of Casino Royale had the hearts. It had all the cards, the spades, the clubs, the diamonds, and the hearts. And so, yeah, interesting. 3114. CAN. That's the first three digits of Candy's name, too. That's weird. She's got 144,000 right in the middle of the spelling of Candy. 144,000. My second wife, I was her 88. As I've speculated heavily before, Trump and I are on opposite sides of the spectrum. Numerically, in God's plan, because we're the only ones that tell the truth in God's word. I mean, God doesn't love everybody. There's no free will. Hell is not eternal torment. You have to be called. And he calls those that he knew from before the foundation of the world. So we're very unique in what we do because the Lord's ordained it so. So you start watching Casino Royale. That's the first number that I see in the movie. And there's your January 4th. Straight up. It was a pinball machine with this terrorist guy. And this is 242 555 0101. Again, the July 6th. They do it backwards. That's the 6th day of the 7th month. They do it backwards everywhere except in the United States. And there's that ellipsis. So we need to go ahead on and look at ellipsis. I remember doing it a long time ago, but maybe I didn't use this computer. Yes, let's just go ahead and do it now. Are you kidding me? 24 to 30. Guess what the length of No Time to Die is? 2 hours, 43 minutes, and 24 seconds. 243 is the length. And here he is, repping Trump. As I married a model. I live in Manhattan. So ellipsis, let's make sure we spell it right. PSIS, and it's ELLI. I'm sure they're using their God word El, which of course the angels are part of that. Lip, and then a cis. That's just my speculation on that. So we got it spelled right. 303-606-101. It does have 121 and the gematria of it. Well, there's your Space Force, Adolf Hitler, which it's his birthday that you have the abomination of desolation potential. So yeah, just to give you an idea, Christian, Tree of Life, Philadelphia, climate change, which is their PSYOP, Russian, 86, there you go, 86, 86. This is just the first page. Bullseye, Immortal, Crowley, lots of stuff. Panthers, who the Bucks played today. Blasphemy, Darth Vader, Full Circle. That's just page 1 for Ellipsis. In the Hebrew, 8 and 8. Hoover Dam, Niagara Falls. Ides of March. Aquarium. Artemis. Well, there you go. Anyway, I'll have to keep that and come back to that. The next photo, it's got 138 for Donald Trump and gematria on this Bahamas license tag. I think that he drove up in. Here's more of this July 6th. This time they spell it right out for you. July 6th, 06. Let's run Trump to this date. Got an 88 in the hours, 5'2", 6'4", 88. So my marriage to Candy, that was my 52. It was her 88. So they're both in the hours. Yeah. He's 60 years, 22 days, 720 months, 22 days. Well, that is 222 coded. Okay. I was just curious. 3133 in the weeks. 189.5, 357. Blah, 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 blah. Again with the July 6th. They kept showing it and kept showing it and kept showing it. Yes, it's my birthday. Yes, it's my birthday. How old did I turn that year? $45. Okay, now I get it. Good grief. Ah, you're a kite dancing in a hurricane, Mr. Bond. That was for me. I'm a kite dancing in a hurricane. So I turned 45 on this day. That's fantastic. Fantastical. Eva Green, Wikipedia. Yep, July 6th. So she's 1980. So she's 42 right now. How old will she be? Let's run it. On the opening of the book of Revelation, 15524. 5524. And Candy's number is 55244. I see what they did there. Wow. Are we really that close? Are we just days away? Are we just absolute days away? So they had at the 2/9/11 mark of the movie. And by the way, this movie also has a 243 in the length of it. It's 2 hours, 24 minutes, 33 seconds. Which I was that old, I think, on December 6th. this past December. Then it's got a 222 coded again. Oh, that's at the same place. So at 2/9/11, they were at, you can see that the same car, they're just over here. So 222 was coded for the whole 9/11 thing. And 9/11, by the way, popped up in these numbers. I didn't freeze it. And it was hard to freeze all these because they were moving rapidly. They weren't moving in seconds. Well, that the 12 is a second. The 22 is like a millisecond. And I don't think it was it was probably at the 2/9/10 mark anyway. When it wouldn't have been at the 9/11, I don't think. So they're coding July 6th again. There's your 76th with 88. That's Lashif's right eye. Just to show you it's from the Bond movie. That's the guy that played Lashif. The 97th verse, of course, is opening of the seal. The verse before the actual rider of the white horse. This right here is, what's interesting is I remember going under these signs. These they show you in the movie Miami Vice, these two signs. And when I went to see my stepdaughter, whose number is 113-886, 138 and 88 and 86ing of it, all in her number. I went to Key Biscayne because she lives in Miami half the year. Got a 53 and a 500, my third marriage progression, 53. Over here is 500 for Antichrist. But 53 is coded everywhere. It's Herbie the Love Bug. It's the width of a football field. The 153 fish. It's the length of all tractor trailers. The trailers are 53 feet. Again, this time the phone number was different. This ellipsis text, July 6th. This whole that they must have showed that July 6th date 5,000 times. Which again, that's Eva Green's birthday. Eve. And 7/6 is Adam in Strong's Concordance. It's Adam and Eve coded throughout. Instead of 50101 at the end, it's 50199. So they went 01 through 99 with these phone numbers. James Bond arrived with a 45 on a helicopter. Go figure. Which, Trump again. And we showed you the other movie where the sails. There's your 243, reading from left to right, which the top team is on the left if you do them side by side. So it's No Time to Die. And they are now 88. They're 8 and 8. That's it. Make sure you watch the playlist that's led up to this. The long one is long. You could skip that because what I started doing was redoing them in short vignettes. But you do have a long one here. I don't know how many minutes long I am. But the way that 7:53 on the clock, which stands for time, when you go backwards in time from our event, when you go backwards in time, is it from the 4th or the 6th? Let's just do 6th, the Book of Revelation opening. If you go back 753 days, which is time, it lands on the midpoint total solar eclipse. That was a midpoint of the 2 total solar eclipses that make the X across America and the day they did the poke. That's what the 753 is for if he goes down on the 4th and rises on the 6th. Or goes down on the 6th on the wolf full moon. Either way. That's not just any date that you land on right there. Biden got his electoral votes that day. I mean, this is some serious stuff here. That's 753, the way it's coded like that. That's just enormous. So, but you go to that playlist and you watch these And, you know, and I'll make sure these are all on the playlist. 6 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 1 minute, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. So I'll make sure they're all on the playlist, and you can check them. You can check them all out. Go to channel, manage channel. They might not all be on the playlist. Sometimes I make them, they're very quick. I make them quickly. I don't put them all on there. Is this on the playlist? Yeah, so hang on. Let me make sure they're all. No, I had to load like 3 or 4. So it's 3. So it's 6 videos strong now. And you can skip the first one, which is 53 minutes if you don't but if you want to watch how I fell into this, that'll take you to the whole thing, but it's long-winded and it has personal stuff in it. If you're into that kind of stuff. And but I tried to make shorter ones. Like this is the second one's called Cliff Notes, short version of Trump down on 4th. And then there were things, then I rewatched it. Like if you just multiply 6 times 2023, which is how we do things, you got 121 Antichrist and 138 Donald Trump. And it's a whole lot of other stuff. So just check it out, man. It's big. Wolf full moon, January 6th. Wow.